and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite rapper who blue balls his fans constantly, ASAP Rocky. If you want to know how not to do an album rollout, basically look at ASAP Rocky and just not do that. Because, oh my gosh, it's stop with this guy. It's just 1 second we're doing an album rollout, 1 second we're ghosting everyone and just doing our own business, 1 second we're dropping a single, then we just ghost everyone for a whole year, then we drop 3 singles back to back, like back to back months and everything like that, and then we just go ghost, and randomly, suddenly, everyone has hope that he's gonna drop another album again. And it's like, guys, he hasn't dropped the album since 2018, but there is hope that he actually might drop an album this time. Don't be dumb. It is actually on Spotify right now. Put it on screen. You can actually pre-save it on Spotify already. That is like the most official like release date that I have seen from ASAP Rocky ever. So it actually might drop. It's like the case that happened earlier this year with I Am Music when we're like, it's not gonna drop that day, and then it did. So this might be the same situation where the album might actually drop, which is fucking ludicrous to me. But it actually might happen, and that is the exciting part. Guys, this is probably one of the worst album rollouts I have ever witnessed because it practically doesn't exist. This album rollout it's relying on just hope and a prayer at this point because there's literally not much to go off of because this shit is built on a bunch of bandages and random support beams that are fractured. Basically, the album is supposed to drop on January 16th. Don't be dumb. 17 tracks long. You can see on Spotify. Hopefully, no singles are on this because if there's singles on this, guys, we might have already listened to like half the album at this point already. So I'm really hoping for the best for this album. There's a lot of things that people were talking about. Here are some of the good signs and indicatives that this album might perform well, whether it does or not. Look, my honest opinion, I don't think this album's going to perform well, but we'll see. Maybe Rihanna's on here. Maybe she got a couple features on here that maybe it'll do good. But I will say this, I don't think the album's going to do good, but at least some of the vinyls are selling out on his website already. It's saying sell down and everything like that, so that's a good sign. Is that important? At this point, no, but I mean, I am excited because A$AP Rocky has quality music, and I think it's very necessary and needed right now in the scene, because it's something different. But I will say, hopefully, this is good because I have a feeling in my heart that this album's gonna suck. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's great because A$AP Rocky has some features here and then. Hijack is a single he dropped like a year ago or two. It's a banger track. I think that's an awesome track, and if he can go through tracks like that on the album, I have hope. He has great features throughout the years that no one really talks about, like Feel the Fire on Heroes and Villains. I think is a great. That is the best song on that album, and it's phenomenal. You got a phenomenal performance from Takeoff and A$AP Rocky, and I think it's great. I think Dreamin' on the Metro track for the Spider-Verse movie, I think that was also a phenomenal performance as well. So I have my hopes for this album, but they're not fully there. I don't know who the feature is going to be. People are speculating Cardi's going to be on there. I don't really care about Playboi Carti, but I know people are excited because I think at one point A$AP Rocky had Cardi signed and under his label at one point in time, so I guess maybe that's reason why. I know he was on Cardi's album, self-titled album, so I guess that would be interesting as well. But guys, I just want to say that this album rollout was just genuinely fucking horrendous. It practically did not exist. One of the biggest problems I have with rap currently, specifically rappers, is their promotion, their promo behind album rollouts. It's like rappers just don't rely on promo anymore or any rollouts or any ounce of creativity, and are just like, I'm just gonna hope and pray that everyone listens to the album when I drop it. It's like, how are people gonna tune in if they don't even know it exists? I'm over here talking about 21 Savage's album. People are like, I didn't even know it dropped. Guys, I learned 21 Savage dropped his album like 2 days before. I was like, what the fuck? Why am I learning this now? And then I learned that Polo G dropped the deluxe or album the day it released. That is not good because your casual fan base is not going to learn that it dropped like a month later. That's not good because I know a lot of these labels and rappers want to sell good their first week. So when we get albums and stuff like that just out of the blue and people are like, I didn't know that dropped, that's not a good sign because that means you promoted it poorly. And it's a problem a lot of rappers are facing. They're just like hoping that fans are just randomly gonna just know that they're dropping on this specific day and they're gonna tune in and hope that they're like, oh yeah. It's like, if you want to sell good, at least try. to promote it, because you posting on your Instagram a week before is not promo. People barely knew Lil Baby was dropping the leaks too. This is a common trend. The last time I saw a rapper actually try with album rollout was like Yeet. That's pathetic. Yeet, like even Cardi didn't even try with this album rollout. He was just hoping that people were just excited enough to just freaking listen to the album, and they're like, yeah, that's enough because you're Playboy Cardi. But these rappers just don't try anymore. They don't have an ounce of creativity to like fucking display for not just the music, but also just for the rollout. The rollout is supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be creative. It's supposed to be engaging to get people to want to tune in, to listen to your music. I get it. It's only the only thing that we give a fuck about is the music. I get it, but have some fun with it. Like if I'm over here making music and I love it, like I truly love it, I'm gonna make sure I have the most fun with it. Whether it's a music video, it's a promotional video, it's collabing with people, it's posting something, it's drawing something, whatever it is. Do we have some fun? These rappers don't care, and it's so sad that none of these rappers want to like fun with it, because they're too they're too in their head thinking they need to act gangsta all the time, or act nonchalant all the time. And it's like, dude, I don't care. I don't care. Most of these rappers over here are saying fuck the streets anyways. No one wants to be gangsta anymore, because apparently that's not how they made most of their money, even though they profited off the thing that made them for what they were. So it's like, what, like, who cares? Just have some fun with it. That's just my problem with album rollout these days, because none of these artists, labels, or anything like that, they just don't care. Maybe it's because these labels simply just don't believe in them. So they're just like, we're just not gonna promote it. Just drop it, and who cares? And let's just move on with our life. Because that's what it feels like when albums come out these days, specifically in hip hop. It's like you drop an album and it's just like, okay, let's move on with our lives. It's like nothing. Their own anticipation is being built up. It's nothing. And it's like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing, and we're just gonna move on with our lives. And it's like, all right, dude, I'll listen to an album and we'll see if I like some of these songs, and then I'll just move on with my life. It's like none of these albums are given the time it needs to perform successfully. The reason why rap is in a dead state is when people are just not giving a fuck. They don't want to try anymore. And it's unfortunate. And I just think this album was gonna flop because the album rollout and the promo is non-existent. Like, what have we seen that has been promoted from ASAP Rocky? Other than him just trolling his fans like, oh, this album's never dropping or whatever like that. And then it just randomly he just announces, like, I don't even think he fucking announced it. He just fucking just put it on his Instagram or whatever, or just was like, hey, here's the pre-save link, whatever. It's like that's all rappers do. It's just unfortunate and it's sad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna listen to it. You're probably gonna listen to it if you're an ASAP Rocky fan. I'm not the biggest ASAP Rocky fan, but I could recognize some of the quality of his work he has put in the past, and I will tune in for it because he hasn't dropped the album in years, and there's some anticipation behind it because there's some excitement. It's like, hey, he's been gone for a while. Maybe he could drop a banger album. Maybe he could surprise us all. Hopefully, that's like the goal. That's the dream. But other than that, this album rollout was dog shit. Like, I will say, there's some rappers who are having even worse rollouts than ASAP Rocky, like Roddy Rich. Oh, don't even get me on Roddy Rich. Roddy Rich might have the greatest shitty rollout I have ever seen, because it basically does not exist either. Again, there's a common trend here. Most of these rappers just don't have album rollouts. They don't care anymore. It's just like they just drop it and just hope everyone's gonna listen to it. And they're like, why are my sales not good? It's like, dude, you didn't even try to promote it, dude. Your label didn't give a fuck about it. Why should we give a fuck about it if you're not even gonna put any effort into the rollout? Makes no sense. Get creative with it, promote it, whatever. ASAP Rocky, this is your last chance. This genuinely is your last chance, because you haven't dropped the album in like 8 years. It's approaching 8 years. Because you haven't dropped the album since 2018, and this is gonna be your first album in ages in 2026 in January. Hey, if you want to make a impression on people, start off the year strong, because when albums are strong in the beginning of January, build momentum, people get excited throughout the whole year when other albums drop. So if you want to leave a good impression for other people, drop a great fucking album in the beginning, and we could maybe have a good year next year, because this year was not great. It was pretty dreadful, and hopefully next year will be better. ASAP Rocky, we're counting on you. The pressure's on. Hopefully the album will be good. And Don't Be Dumb is ironic, considering every fan of yours was like believing that you were dropping every fucking time. And I think it's funny that you're calling the album Don't Be Dumb. I'm excited for it. Let me know if you're going to listen to it. I'll see you in the next one.